Hi everyone, Alyssa here with episode 7 of What's Your Favorite Scary Story. And I also have Marlene here with me as well.
Yo, what's up?
She's back.
Yo, thanks everyone for voting me in. I wasn't on the last one. We were still getting votes in.
Yes, we didn't want to rock the boat. We were just letting them come in. And we were going to listen to the people.
Yeah,
and
dude.
The people wanted 4 more years of Marlene.
Yo, you know what? As a matter of fact, just vote me in for president this year. Marbles president 2024. Write me in the ballot. I don't know.
I don't know if I can endorse that one, but yeah, welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you. I'm excited, bro.
Good.
I'm excited to know what, hear this week's scary story, dude.
Yay. Yes. But yeah, you all seem to like the episode that she was on. And honestly, that was my favorite too. So hopefully we can make it more of a thing and just like get you here every time. That'd be cool.
I'm down.
But yeah, real quick before we get into things, you already know what I'm going to say. But if you want to hear your favorite scary story told on the podcast, make sure you go ahead and send those suggestions to what's your favorite scary story at gmail.com. Thank you for the support. Much appreciated. So this week's topic was sent in by Angie from Bakersfield, California.
Yo, shout out Angie.
She's from Marlene's side of the family.
Yes, that's my cousin, bro. Shout out Angie. Yeah. Shout out Ugo. Love you guys, bro.
Yes, thank you for the suggestions. She actually suggested a few places.
Okay.
But they're all from the same city, so I'm gonna go ahead and just cover that city.
Yeah, heck yeah. Okay.
Which is Bakersfield, California, where she's at.
Yep.
All right. So as I said, she suggested a few places to cover. I'm going to cover 2 of them as well as one that I discovered on my own while I was researching. So
Okay.
A little bit of both.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. So the first place is the Fox Theater. Now, there aren't too many stories of the hauntings of this place. So this one is going to be a short story and is mostly going to be about the history. But I did want to cover it since Angie suggested it. Okay. And there's one little ghost story.
Yeah, that's fine. We love the history here.
Yes, this is kind of like a 40% history podcast also.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah, you got to learn the history to know the ghosts.
Yeah, we love that shit.
All right, so the theater opened on Christmas Day in 1930. And it was actually one of the last of its kind built in the Gilded Age. It would show motion pictures and would also have live performers, such as opera singers, musicians, and the Los Angeles Philharmonic Orchestra.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, because now the Philharmonic is in the Walt Disney.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
wow.
Downtown. Yep.
It had humble beginnings, as they say.
Yeah.
It is a 1,500-seat theater with Spanish colonial and Art Deco architecture, designed by the famed architect S. Charles Lee. Do you know him?
I don't know.
I don't either. Oh. I'm sure he was famous in his time.
I'm sure he was.
He was famed. So.
I thought you were going to spit some facts right now or something.
Well, I have like a little bit of a fun fact. Okay. I don't know if it's super fun, but it's a fact.
No, I'd love to hear it.
So he's known by his trademark, "The show begins on the sidewalk." Okay. And I like that because it's like, he's like, we got to put on a good show before they even come in the building. So here's our beautiful building. I liked it.
Oh, yo, I love that.
Yeah, I thought you would. And yeah, his designs later gained classic status for their style and beauty. So he's pretty famed.
Yo, I love a good like architectural
I definitely appreciate it. Why do you think I want to go everywhere in Europe?
I get it.
It's for the castles. Let's be real, and the ghosts, of course.
And the ghosties. Yep.
Yeah. So in 1984, the theater unfortunately shut down, and it just sat there for about 10 years. It was going to be demolished, but the Fox Theater Foundation, which was a nonprofit organization, they saved it, and it was restored to its former glory, which I love. Keep the old buildings around, you know?
Yeah.
So now this place really only has one notable spirit that resides there. The spirit seems to be a construction crew member who fell to his death while he was working on the theater's clock tower.
Oh, damn.
And so ever since the theater opened up, his apparition has been seen floating around the clock, presumably continuing his work duties in the afterlife, which we all know is not our preferred way of going.
That's what I was going to say. Another work of death, dude.
Poor guy.
Yeah, like, that's the worst, bro. That's the worst.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the story of the Fox Theater. I thought it was cool.
So does this Fox Theater have any, do you know if it has any like because there's also a Fox Theater in Westwood in LA.
Yeah, because
so is that like the same
I think
thing?
they are, because there was something about it being like one of the last Fox Theaters, and so like I thought maybe, you know, like Fox, like the Fox Theater isn't a super unique name, it could just be multiple, but I guess it is like
yeah,
because hey, listen,
like
I
AMC
never claim to know everything. This is all alleged. Everything I'm telling you,
right.
I do my best. I research.
I mean, it's like the AMC theater.
Right,
it's like,
right.
You know, like these other ones. You know, I work in the
industry.
I work in the leg of the industry, the entertainment industry, and a lot of our projects get done in front of the Fox Theater. In Westwood. So it's like, are these like, you know, do they correlate?
Yeah, I think it is like part of the same like company, I guess. Right.
So it is like a Fox Theater kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's one of the last ones left, apparently.
Wow. Well, that's pretty cool still.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like this, like Bakersfield in general, just like is very historical, and they're proud of it, I think. Yeah. So, yeah.
So it's still standing.
Oh, yeah.
It's just actually, like no one's like using it.
I think there's like shows that happen, but actually, even though there's only one ghost story, I did see that they actually run like ghost tours at this place after dark and stuff.
Oh, I'm down.
Yeah?
Let's go do it. Yeah.
I mean, how far is it again?
It's like about 40 minutes to an hour. 40 minutes if you're driving like 80 to 90 miles per hour.
So, but not 40 minutes.
No, like about a good hour.
Yeah, what are we doing? Let's go.
No, I mean, like there's that coffee place you like there. What's it called?
I mean, I like a lot of coffee places.
Yeah, that Dutch Bros.
Oh yeah, they have Dutch Bros.
They have Dutch Bros there, dude.
Let's go to Dutch Bros and hunt ghosts.
I'm down.
Yay. Yeah, okay, cool. And we can go to all the other places there that I'm about to talk about.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on. That was the Fox Theater. Hope you enjoyed. Next up, we have the Padre Hotel. It was constructed in 1928 and is an 8-story luxury hotel and restaurant, and also has a Spanish colonial architecture like the theater.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous. I've seen pictures. So, and fun fact, you have to actually be at least 21 years old to stay there unless you're accompanied by an adult.
Why?
I don't know. It didn't really say. It just said that's the rule.
At least 21.
Mm-hmm. So like if you're 19, you can't like go there with your friends. Because I've heard of like adult only like resorts and stuff like that, but this isn't like that kind of place. It's like a boutique hotel, so maybe they just want to keep it nice and they don't want like 18-year-olds running amok.
I mean, it could also be because they probably serve alcohol, and that's probably part of the thing that they sell, you know, with the experience there.
Yeah, I mean, it might be part of like the
whatever package you buy, it includes alcohol.
Maybe. I don't know. I
didn't probably be it.
I didn't look into staying there, so maybe, yeah. Oh, and then so just a little bit of like random history that doesn't necessarily play into things, but it may have had a speakeasy in it because it was during like Prohibition, as well as some connection to the mafia at the time.
You know, that makes sense though, because it is basically like back in the day, it was kind of in the middle of nowhere, kind of like what like
it's like in the desert
and Lancaster are now. Like that's kind of like out there, like out in the valley, and I feel like a lot of them would have stayed in the valley. So, you know, compared to like if they were living in LA or somewhere over there, you know, like Lincoln Heights near the Dodger Stadium, compared to living in Silmar or San Fernando, like it's way closer to them here.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah, like it would be out there though, 100%. Yeah, things like that.
That makes sense for sure. So that's all information I really found on like that type of history. So now on to like the depressing history.
Oh, okay.
So in the 1950s, there was a fire in the 7th floor, resulting in multiple deaths that did include children, unfortunately. Also in the 1950s, there was a massive earthquake that trapped and killed several people in the basement.
Damn.
And lastly, multiple people have taken their lives on the roof.
Wow.
Yeah, this place like got dark back in the day, unfortunately.
So like, what do they jump off?
Yeah,
building?
they took their lives. They unalived themselves.
So like, how many stories was this building?
8.
Oh, it is pretty high.
It looks big in the pictures. Yeah, so that was sad. And then once they got to the 1960s, it kind of just fell into disrepair, and the upper floors were condemned. But there were often like squatters occupying the rooms.
Right.
And the bar downstairs stayed open, and basically it was like a meeting place for all the city misfits, drunks, like all the people you kind of don't want to come across on the street kind of thing.
Right.
But in 2010, it was finally renovated, and it is now thriving and Bakersfield's only 4-diamond hotel. So,
oh wow,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
but yeah, like I said, it's like a luxury hotel.
Yeah, now it has a good reputation.
Exactly, yeah. So,
but if you stay there, you're in for a good haunting, probably.
Oh yeah, I'm just getting into it right now. I was gonna say, so just because this is now a super fancy posh hotel, that doesn't mean it's not like super haunted.
Right.
Like it's haunted.
Right.
So some of the reported hauntings include construction workers claiming that their tools have gone missing without any explanation. Hearing children giggling on the upper floors, toys lighting up on their own, which is my favorite because it's like, that's not ghost equipment.
Right.
It's just like a light up toy that you have to touch for it to light up.
Yeah. Or move, like mess with.
Yeah.
For it to like react.
It's like, explain it. You can't.
No.
I love it. Sinks turning on and off by themselves.
That's creepy.
Yeah. Again, it's not ghost equipment, it's just like, how?
Yeah.
Locks on bathroom doors jiggling on their own, and people report smelling fire because there was that fire.
Right.
A tall man in a white coat is often seen walking down the hallways as...
I don't like tall men. Like, ghostly tall men.
Yeah, it's a little intimidating.
Yeah, that's, like, creepy. Like...
Yeah. You know what's, like, worse, though? Like, that kind of makes tall ghost men not so bad. All of those things that you hear called, like, the creeper or the crawler, and they're just like scurrying along like the floor and the walls and the ceiling like a spider.
Creepy. Yeah.
That, like, because that doesn't seem like a human spirit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's like demonic shit.
Yeah. The way that I said, I don't like tall men.
Yeah.
And I just stopped there.
I mean, you don't really need to explain. Like, I think people could just like agree without hearing anything further.
If you're over 5'8", then I probably don't like
Yo,
you.
Marlene's standing up for the short kings here.
Yo, short kings, dude.
It's because she is a short king.
Yo, 5'2" here, dude.
And I still love you.
Gay.
Oh, we suck. Okay. Yeah, so a tall man that Marlene doesn't like in a white coat is often seen walking down the hallways, as well as the figure of a woman. You like women.
I do.
That's better.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Of course. And staff members that are like on the night shift have quit simply because they were just, quote, too creeped out, unquote. Yeah, so that's just like all the stuff that's been reported on a day-to-day basis, whatnot. Yeah. So I have just a few stories from like people that have stayed there. And the first one is actually from Teresa Caputo.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Yo, I love her, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what anyone says.
Some people don't know who she is. Hang on.
Okay, go ahead.
For those of you who don't know, Teresa is on the show Long Island Medium.
Yes.
She is able to communicate with spirits, and the whole show is basically her helping people communicate with their loved ones after they've passed on. Go ahead and say what you would like to say.
I love her. Like, I love her show. Like, a lot of, like, just because her show is on TLC. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I don't know if it's on still right now, but her show.
I think it is.
Dude, like, I just love her. Like, I wish that I can get like a reading from her, because like I would love to communicate with my dad.
We gotta go to Long Island.
Yeah, dude. Like,
we can do that.
She seems pretty legit. Like,
yeah.
A lot of mediums I feel like you can kind of call like bullshit on some of their stuff, but she literally goes up to random people,
like in grocery
and is
stores.
Like, excuse me, ma'am. Has your father passed?
Yeah, something's coming
like,
through to me.
Yeah, and then she's like, yo, so all he wants me to tell you is that he knows that you were there in his last minutes, And
it's like, this is a random person she's never talked to before, so she wouldn't even be able to get, like, clues to try and trick them,
Right.
Like, she's the first person to talk to them. They don't say anything to her.
Yeah, like, mediums get a bad rep, too, because, like, they do a lot of, like, group work. So then it's like, oh, these people are just saying general things and things that will, like, resonate with, like, random-ass people there. And it's like, right, but, like, once she gets to the specifics of things, it's like, damn, like, that's actually, that's, like, it gets pretty... Dude.
Yes. We stand Teresa.
We stand, dude. We stand.
But yeah, so you're gonna like this story. It's short and sweet, but it's so sweet.
All right, let's hear it.
So she said while she was at the hotel that spirits of children told her that they like staying at the hotel where they can sing and dance and play in the hallways.
Oh.
Yeah, I liked it. That made me happy. That's it. But I had to include that.
You see, this is why we love her, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Teresa Caputo, bro. Yo, you hit us up, dude. If you ever listen to this.
Yeah. I know she's listening right now, for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. Dude, hit us up, bro. Let's get a reading from her.
Yeah, we should do that, though. Like, we can go to New York.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, why not?
All right, we're coming, Teresa.
Yo.
But of course, there are some not as nice stories like Teresa's. A woman staying in room 704, which it seems like that's kind of like the most haunted room. It was on like the floor of the fire too, so it makes sense. She said she heard a rustling behind her that would follow her around the room, which I feel like I don't normally hear that kind of story. I find that kind of creepy. And then when she went to bed, she looked up and saw, this is all in quotes, no. She says, a sinister looking face peered down at her from the ceiling. It smiled crookedly and bore down into her soul with pitch black eyes. No. Oh, it's the way that she describes it.
I hate that.
Oh.
What the heck?
Like,
no, I hate that. I'm the type of person, I close my eyes and I see everything, like everything bad.
Now you're going to see that, and I'm not going to sleep tonight.
I'm going to be like, babe, can you please wake up?
Yeah, you're the one that has to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's pretty creepy. I hate things like that because,
I know.
Sometimes I close my eyes and I feel like I see flashes of, like, the worst things sometimes. And obviously it's because I watch creepy videos. I watch scary movies. Of course I've seen, like, scary shit with you.
Yeah.
So it's like, I hate stuff like that, dude.
Yeah, that's rough.
No. Ugh. I got goosebumps as you were saying that. I was like, no. I was like holding myself, bro. No.
Well, this next one's not much better.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. So moving on, a man was awakened by the sound of spurs being dragged across the floor. He then saw a translucent cowboy leaning over him and stroking his face. He tried to shake off the spirit, which did work. And then the spirit jumped out the window. And then the guest looked out the window and there was nothing there.
No.
Yeah.
I know. But I shit you not. I had this experience in Mexico.
No.
Totally the same, but like irrelevant to your thing. But I
everything's relevant.
Oh
here,
my
babe.
God! I slept over my tia's house, and this was in Mexico. Of course, I slept over at my tia's house because my cousin was adamant on having a sleepover, right? Mm-hmm. And I didn't know. No one told me that this house was haunted. Like, if they would have told me this house was, I would not sleep.
That's probably why they didn't tell you.
That's why they didn't tell me. And I got woken up in the middle of the night, and I felt like an ice cold thing on my face. And I just opened my eyes and it felt like a hand on my cheek, bro. No. I shit you not, dude. It was mi tía Celia's house in Mexico, in La Unión, right up the street from my grandma's house. We were like 3-4 blocks maybe away from my grandma's house. And I woke up my cousin because we were all like sleeping in the living room. And I woke up my cousin next to me. She lived in that house. Her name's Oshi, Jocelyn. And I woke her up and I was like, dude, like, wake up, like, what the heck, wait, and I couldn't tell her. I couldn't tell her in the moment, but I was, like, scared, scared shitless, bro.
Damn, that's crazy.
Right, so I woke her up and then she was like, do you want me to put a movie on? And I was like, yeah, please turn on the TV.
The Simpsons movie or something?
The Simpsons movie.
Oh, really?
Yes. Did you know this?
No, I just feel like that's like a middle of the night movie for some reason.
That's freaking weird.
Damn.
The Simpsons movie. She put on the Simpsons movie for me. Of course, it was in Spanish, but I took it. I was like, fuck it. I'm watching it.
What is Spider Pig in Spanish?
It's probably like Puerco Araña. Like, puerco araña, puerco araña. Like, I don't know. I'm probably making this shit up. But
nobody fact checked her, okay?
Anyway, yeah, nobody fucking look it up, dude.
That's what it is.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's like puerco araña, dude. But, yeah, bro, that reminds me of that. And I've dismissed it. I've dismissed it now. I'm like, I just woke up from nothing. And then the next morning, everyone was like, oh, yeah, it's because your tia's house is haunted. I'm like, why the fuck did no one tell me this, And, like, that there was, like, a ghost of a man living there. And I was like, I do not want to know anything. And my mom was like, shut up. Quit telling her these things. And I was like, dude, no freaking way, dude. And I've just blocked it out. But that reminded me.
Well, I'm glad I could bring it back for you.
Thank you for, bringing back my traumatizing
You're welcome.
Childhood. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you.
I love you.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right.
No more
cowboys.
No more cowboys.
That's it. That was the Padre Hotel. Wow. It's real haunted.
Yeah, apparently.
At least like the ghost kids are happy there.
That's fine. I love Teresa Caputo.
Yeah, that makes everything better.
Yeah, that does make everything better.
Cool.
Will I stay there? Absolutely not.
Oh.
No, never.
Okay. All right. Well, we got one more story to talk about.
Let's do it.
I guess this one isn't like the normal haunted place that you'd hear about. It's actually the story of Bakersfield High School. Oh. I feel like I've never heard of like a high school being haunted. Yeah. No. So it's pretty cool.
Okay.
And there's some messed up history with it too.
Okay.
But interesting history. So in 1892 there was an election held which resulted in opening Kern County's first high school, which is the county that Bakersfield is in. It opened as Kern County High School on January 12th, 1893. Classes were held in just 2 rooms, and there were only 32 students in attendance. After the school's second year, it had its first graduation ceremony, where only 3 students graduated. By 1908, the school had expanded to 2 buildings and had more than 200 students enrolled. The number of students continued to grow, and by 1930, it had 2,250 students. This, of course, led to buildings and grounds expanding, and also led to other schools opening in the county. Due to this, the original school was renamed as Bakersfield High School in 1945. So I didn't go into, like, the messed up history, but I'm going to, like, when I tell you basically about each of the hauntings. Okay, so it is very common to see spirits of a teenage couple kissing at the top of the bleachers. The boy is wearing a Letterman jacket, and the girl is in an old-fashioned prom dress. They have sometimes been seen smiling and waving, and sometimes even conversing with the people that see them.
Damn.
Except they are not looking too hot. Here's a little disclaimer. If you are easily grossed out or just don't like things like in graphic detail, I suggest you fast forward maybe about 10 seconds. Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so some people describe them as having visible injuries, including bones sticking out of their arms, a dangling eye, bloody cuts across their faces, and brain matter oozing out of wounds.
Damn.
It's like the most graphic description I've heard of like a ghost. They have been seen by both students and faculty members, and the story goes that they were on their way to prom and they got into a car accident, and that's why they look like that.
Damn.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Yeah, that is fucking sad.
I hope it was after prom so they at least got to go to the dance.
Right. And like enjoy their time.
Yeah. There. At least they're together in the afterlife. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Right, so the next story takes place in the school's auditorium. A worker fell to his death from the rafters of the auditorium. Another freaking employee stuck at his place of work.
It happens, I guess.
Apparently. Not to us, though.
No. Nope.
No, it won't be us.
We refuse.
Some stories say he fell several stories all the way through to the basement, and others say he fell down onto the stage of the auditorium.
Damn.
But yeah, he is seen haunting the auditorium, of course, because where else would he be? This poor man ghost. That's a tall man ghost I think you can respect.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's acceptable.
Yeah, I couldn't find any like descriptions of him, unfortunately, but yeah, people just tend to see him there, and it's always like, oh, it's like the worker. They like know who he is. So this next one's pretty messed up. So of course, it always has to do with like people building on land, and it's not even like native land or anything like that
we know of.
Yeah, I guess it could be technically, but they didn't say that on the internet. But part of the school's land originally belonged to Curran General Hospital. The hospital was demolished to make room for the school, and apparently they used some of the land, like before the school was built, they used the land, which is now like the quad at the school, as an informal, unofficial graveyard.
What?
Yeah, they would bury their deceased patients there, and for the poorer patients, they even left the graves unmarked.
Damn.
Yeah. Like, they just didn't care back then. They did whatever with our bodies.
Right.
It's crazy. But supposedly, these inappropriately buried patients now haunt the school, and students claim to see spirits floating around the quad. Yes, and speaking of the hospital, that's not all the stories we have from them. Back when it was in operation, before the school was built, a nurse was having an affair with a doctor at the hospital, and she became pregnant with his child. When she told him about it, he definitely was not happy, and this caused their nurse to have very deep grief about the matter. And due to this grief, she jumped off the roof of the hospital, and she is also now seen haunting the school. Damn, this ghost stuff is sad. This ghost stuff is sad, babe.
Yeah, that's really freaking sad.
I signed up for it though. It's fine. Yep. It's fine.
I just don't like that, like this woman felt the need to just off herself.
Just because of that.
Just because he didn't want it. Yeah, like, just because he was like...
But it's like, think about it. It was in the late 1800s, babe.
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't like an option to do anything like other than be with the person who's like the father of your child,
or just be like shunned as a slut for being.
She'd be a slut. The kid would be a bastard.
Right.
Like that. They didn't have options back then.
I don't like that.
Yeah. It's a very like sad note to end on. There's just a few more like notable things about the school. People will hear strange voices, see doors open and close by themselves, feel unexplained temperature drops, see chairs falling down on their own, and hear a piano playing by itself.
Damn. From like a music room, maybe?
It said from like the green room. Maybe. I don't know what they meant by the green room. But yeah, probably. I would assume so. I don't think they would just like have a piano in a random place on the school.
Right.
But yeah. But yeah, that is just a few stories from the haunted city of Bakersfield, California. What'd you think?
No, I mean, like, I expect it, It's in the middle of nowhere. I'm sure it's, like, one of the, like...
It's an old town.
It's an old town, yeah. I expect stuff like that,
Yeah.
But...
I just never, like, thought about it, because it's just like nothingness to me, but I never thought about it like
yeah,
having
because we
hauntings.
grew up over here. Like, well, you grew up like out in
the burbs.
Yeah, like in Simi. Moore Park. Yeah. Which, like, I didn't even know no Moore Park existed.
Yeah, you're like a half hour from me and never heard of the place.
And I had never heard of it until I met you.
Yeah.
So, like,
I was in my little bubble.
Yeah, you were. I mean, that's not bad. It's just, like, crazy that, like, what other places like this that's 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes from us,
We need to do some researching and some mini road tripping.
Yeah.
And go to all these places.
Yes.
That are probably haunted.
Yep. I know of, we might do one soon of Santa Paula.
Oh, yeah.
We do have a story from,
we should do that one
Santa
of these
Paula.
episodes.
Yep. So we'll have that soon.
Which means you're just gonna have to come back.
That's fine.
Obviously.
I mean, I feel like I have stories for days.
For real.
I'm young, but I have stories like that.
You've been around.
Yeah, I have been around. I know I have stories of everything, and I'm excited to share everything. Like, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for making another appearance.
Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, thanks for, like letting me know that the people freaking wanted me
They love
back,
you, babe.
bro. Yes, thank you so much. Yo, Marbles for Prez 2024. Write me in the ballot. Please, I will give everyone who voted for me free money. You won't have to tax, you won't have to I don't know what I'm saying.
That's a big promise, and you can't even finish the sentence. So let's work on our campaign, and we'll maybe come back.
I'll work on it. I'll work on it. But you vote for me, that equals free money for you. That's untaxable, and is that how you say it? You don't have to like claim it in your taxes.
You're asking the wrong lady.
Okay, well, yeah. Anyway, you know what I mean. So let's do it.
Free money. How can you say no to that?
Marbles for Prez 2024. Write me in. Thank you very much. I appreciate your contribution to the evolution of the institution. Thank you. Good night.
And on that note, bye everyone.
Later.
Stay spooky.